Well, it is now time to play Transfer Tinder. Will clubs be swiping right or left today on transfer deadline day? It's set to be a busy day, and I want both Laura and Ali to tell me if the following transfers will be a success or not. Now, if you like what you see on Tinder, Ali, you would swipe...
No idea.
Laura?
I've never been on Tinder.
Okay. I haven't.
That's not what I asked you.
If you like what you see on Tinder, you would swipe right. If it's not your cup of tea, then you would swipe left. So I'm going to throw your way 4 players, and I want you to tell me if you think it will be a success or not, and whether you're swiping right or left and why. It's basically called Transfer Tinder. Right, first up, Dan James is
I'm not sure Ed's into this just as much as you are, mate.
No, he is. So he's got a big smile on his face. He's loving life back there.
He's doing well. He's on fire.
By the way, one day I really want to bring Ed to air. I want to have the power to bring up Ed's mic and bring him to air.
Don't get ahead
am I
of yourself,
taking
Sam.
over the show there, Laura,
Yeah, you
too
are.
much if I did that? Sorry, Laura.
Let's just put you back in that
let's
box.
go
Laura,
on
could
with
you move out
transfer.
that seat, please?
Let's get on with Transfer
He's in your
Tinder.
chair, Ali.
First up, Dan James expected to join Leeds from Manchester United before the deadline closes. Ali McCoist,
yes.
Are you swiping left or right on this deal?
What's the one for?
I knew you were going to ask that. Right for yes, left for no.
Dan James, look at me. You can't see me. Well, actually, Laura can. Look.
You just did swipe right.
I did. I've just swiped right.
Okay, Laura, are you swiping left or
Are
right?
you not going to... I thought you were.
No. So we'll do right or left both, then I'll ask you why, okay?
Okay.
I'm swiping right on that one.
Okay, both going right. Ali McCoist, tell me why.
Because I think he's a very good player, and I think Leeds United, the way they play the game, will be very well suited to him. He's very high energy, being very quick, very pacey, and I think he is Bielsa's type of player. I think he's Leeds United's type of player, and I see that being a success.
I agree, and I think they've waited a long time for that because they thought it was going to happen before he went to Manchester United. It didn't happen, did it? They nicked him. So I think it'd be great. I watched them at the weekend, and I think he slots into that team nicely. So yeah, good one for Dan James as well. Needs more game time.
Okay, so you're both swiping right on
Yes.
Dan James's move to Leeds. Do you remember Troy Deeney?
Yes.
He's only got...
He used to be in talkSPORT.
He is, yeah. Well, he's no longer talkSPORT's Troy Deeney. He hasn't been around for a long time, but he has joined Birmingham after announcing his departure from Watford. Ali McCoist, are you swiping right or left?
I'm swiping right, and I'll tell you why. For no other reason than the man is a 100% committed sportsman. It will have been heavy in his heart leaving that football club. Of that, there is absolutely no doubt. But he has got so much personal pride and drive that he will want to prove that he can be a success at another club other than Watford, and I fully expect him to score goals at Birmingham.
Yep, I agree actually. I think Troy Deeney's done his time, hasn't he? He's had a great run at Watford. Absolute legend. I watched his rather emotional message yesterday. It was really lovely actually to the fans to say thank you and to the club. He basically, it was really nicely worded. Back where he belongs, really, Birmingham City. I think it's a lovely homecoming.
Okay, elsewhere last night it was confirmed that Norwich have signed Ozan Kabak from Schalke on a season-long loan. Of course, he was on loan last season at Liverpool. He joined in February, played 13 times, but Liverpool opted against making his move permanent, but he will spend the next year at Norwich City. Laura Woods, Ozan Kabak to Norwich. Are you swiping left or right?
With this one, Norwich need something, don't they? So I'm going to swipe right still. I think that maybe you can go and do something there. I think it would be a good move for him. I think they need something, don't they? Stop the goals going in.
Ali, you going left or right on this one?
I'm going left.
Oh, go on. Why are you going left? I
Why?
thought you looked shaky at Liverpool last season, Ali.
That's the reason I'm going. I think he's got a lot to prove. I really do. I thought it was a kind of strange signing for Liverpool last year. I wouldn't have it down as a panic signing, but
it was a bit panicky though, wasn't it, with all the defenders?
Okay, right, all right, I'll change my mind then. I'll put it down as a panic signing.
Thank you.
If you want me to. And I still think he played in a Schalke defence. It's lost a lot of goals. Didn't really settle at Liverpool, and I'm yet to be convinced. Norwich have got a tough gig ahead of them this season. They've got a lot of spirit. Unlucky not to get the draw at home to Leicester. 2 centre backs, Hanley and Gibson. I'm moving it slightly left.
Okay, fair enough.
Hang on, you can't go slightly,
you can't go. There's no thing on Tinder which says slightly left or slightly. It's left
one.
or right,
Yeah.
Ali. You should know this. It's the basics. It's one of the most famous apps in the world.
77% left.
It's just outrageous.
You know, how old is he? 21 years old. So you kind of hope, look, I hope it works out for him. I hope he settles there. I hope he does better than...
That wasn't the question now.
No, I know, but I've given my answer.
I hope it works out for him too, but I'm swiping left.
This is a... And also, I hope it works out for him.
I've got some good news for you guys. We've got one more transfer Tinder, and I'm looking forward to getting Ali's thoughts on this one. Crystal Palace are close to agreeing a deal with Celtic for the striker Odsonne Edouard, worth between 15 and 20 million pounds. Vieira desperate to sign a striker before deadline day. Palace were in for Eddie Nketiah, but the deal is now looking unlikely as the two clubs are far apart in their valuation for the centre forward. Ali, I'm looking here, 57 goals in 94 games for Celtic. Are you swiping left or right?
This is very, very simple for me. I am swiping right if it's the Odsonne Edouard of a year ago. I didn't think his performances for Celtic last season, or indeed this season, have really got going. There is no doubt he's a heck of a player. He really, really is. So he looked as though he was a player that, you know, was wanting to leave Celtic for the majority of last season, just with the body language and the way he performed, and I think he probably wanted that move. So in that respect, if he gets his opportunity, which he looks as though he will get now, to play in the top flight in England, it could be a very, very good move, as long as I say, it's the performances from a year ago and not recently.
I'm in agreement with Ali. Ari? I'm in agreement with Ali.
It's deadline day, so Harry Redknapp's on the mind.
Yes, isn't he? Somewhere in his car with an open window. I'm swiping right on that one. We're at Palace at the moment, 14th in the table. What is it, a couple of draws, I think they've got, or something like that. And a loss as well.
2 draws in defeat.
Yeah, any addition, I think, for them.
So basically what we've learned here, guys, is you both love swiping right.
Yeah.
No, I've went left.
You've gone one left. We've had 7 rights out of 8 between the two of you. That's fair enough. I'm a righter as well. I like swiping right.
You need to introduce me to this Tinder. Is it dangerous?
No,
are you actually coming in the studio Thursday, or are you joking?
No, I'm coming in Thursday.
Why are you coming in Thursday?
Are you a policeman?
Have you got tickets for the Oval?
No, I told you. You and I will have to have a discussion off air, and I won't be telling you again.
Oh, I think he's got a surprise for me, Laura. I'll tell you what.
By the way, Ali, we don't need to get you on Tinder. It's not your sort of thing.
Right,
you're happy
forget
married,
I said that.
You,
yeah, forget
it.
it.
A good place.
It's a dating thing, yeah.
It is a dating app, yeah.
Right, forget it.
Yeah, definitely not.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods. Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.